is a Redcat Volcano 16. And this is a Redcat Machete 4S. What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are doing well. Today we're checking out my new toy. Yes, it is a Redcat Machete 4S. Now it's already open because I thought there was gonna be another box inside of this box, but nope. This whole box is the car. Now, the reason I think they did this is to save on cost because this thing is really cheap for what you get. And from what I've seen so far, the quality of this car is also pretty good. And if they chip out on the box, I don't really mind. I much rather have a good quality car instead of a cool looking box with all these fancy colors and stickers and all that stuff. Nah, give me a good car and give me a shitty box. The only downside to that is this car is not super cheap, so you know, the unboxing experience might not be that amazing, but you know, at least you get a cool car. And there she is, fellas. Look at that beauty. I'm gonna be honest, guys, whenever I watch one of these cars on YouTube, man, the camera does not do it justice. This thing is so beautiful and so big. It is massive. And this is the size difference between the Redcat Volcano 16 and the 1/6 scale machete. It even fits in the back of the machete. Alright, now let's take a look what's under this body. Ooh, shiny. Alright, body looking very sweet. You got body latches in the front and in the back, and some like some kind of washers to protect the body from the body pin. Some braces over here, and that's some braces in the front as well. Now, when the machete first launched, they did have some issues with the arms. I'm not sure if it was the front and the back, but basically the thread would only go to here, but now they extended it to here. So this is the updated version of the machete. The shocks look absolutely beefy, guys. The video camera does not do it justice, trust me. The shocks feel kind of on the soft side though. Very soft. I kind of want to stiffen that up a little bit. I mean, this isn't meant for jump, so it's probably going to be fine for me. I probably won't jump it unless I stiffen up the shocks a little bit. They are fully metal and adjustable. Massive, massive shocks. Massive underarm. Very nice spoiler. Feels kind of on the weak side, but you know, we'll see what happens. It already comes with a wheelie bar installed. Looks like you got some adjustable battery trays. Singular metal chassis brace. I'll have the specs on the screen for you guys to see because there's nothing on the box. This is just a normal box and this whole box was basically car. It comes with an XT90 connector, which I do not own any batteries with XT90, so I'm probably gonna have to wait for parts as well. Massive motor and heatsink in there. Look at that fan. That fan is so small. I could probably fit 2 fans in here. It has a massive center diff. The ESC looks kind of small though. I believe this should be a 120 amp ESC. I'll put it on the screen. And this box here, I believe, is like a water resistant box. I think the servos in here because of the steering and the receiver as well. Got a little antenna thing there. Front bumper is extremely hard, cannot press it. And well, the rear bumper is basically the wheelie bar. Very nice. Rolls pretty smooth. The tires are very grippy, but kind of hard, not supple. All right, let's check what else you get in the box. Holy crap, this is kind of heavy. In the box, you get an XT90Y splitter. The manual is very basic, though. Most of the pages go over the throttle control. Also comes with a little piece of paper here, which I believe has more of the technical ESC stuff on it. Also comes with a set of stickers, Redcat logo, and some numbers. I'm probably gonna leave it clear, though. You need to supply your own AA batteries. So when you buy this car from Redcat, you get a ready-to-run car, you get a transmitter without batteries, you get an XT90Y splitter, some stickers, a bind plug, and some extended antenna piece, and the manual. Now I did get some tires from my Earthquake, and these are very similar in size. These are a little bit wider though. Probably could fit here to make it like a monster truggy of some sorts.
Servo seems a bit on the weaker side. Oh man, this thing's heavy. Not a lot of power, but for me it's plenty since this is gonna be my first 4S RC experience. Definitely need to tune this a bit. Alright, now that we know it works, let's take it out for a rip. Alright, we are on location, we got our GoPro. It might rain a bit, but hopefully not, hopefully we're in time. It is windy out though, so let's connect the batteries. Don't think I can do this one-handed. So this is gonna be like my first run, so I'm not sure if you need to do this with motors. I'm gonna do some test laps first. Damn. Alright, she works. Let's give it a shot. No grip at all. We got 35.9 miles per hour. Not bad. Not bad. Now, that was fun. Oh, these pins are so hard to remove. Yeah, so these pins are a pain to remove. And I think I'm just in time because it's starting to rain a little bit. Ooh, very warm. You can hold it, but not for too long. Otherwise, it becomes a bit hot. ESC, oh god damn. Okay, ESC is extremely hot. So definitely not 6S capable as I wanted to try, but so far, so good. Alright, I'm still at my speed run location and I did see some damage. I guess we can bend this back straight. This is when we were spinning around and reverse into the concrete. Oh, it's just completely stiff. So I'll probably straighten this out. I'm assuming it's one straight piece. Besides that, I don't see anything else, but look at that beautiful chassis. No scratches yet. So before I left my speedrun location, I wanted to check how much juice my battery still had left, and they only had 6% for only running like what, between 8 and 13 minutes. I was using two 5200 mAh lithium ion batteries. For this car, I'm gonna have to bring multiple battery packs if I ever plan on bringing it somewhere to bash because, you know, they kind of drained really fast. So the footage you're about to see next is just a small get-together of the RC community in Suriname. Just a couple of guys hanging out together and just playing with our RC toys. And later in the video, you're gonna see something very interesting. Like, I had no idea this would happen. So we had like a group of like 20 people here, and RC related content is so rare in my country that the whole park started to get crowded. Random people stopping left and right, people bringing their families to look what the RC cars are doing. It was actually kind of cool. Do not, I repeat, do not drive in sand like this. Look at this mess. That's crazy. This fan stopped working. I'm not sure if it's filled with sand. I'll clean it up. This one has surprisingly a little bit of sand because it's a little bit higher up. I'm not even gonna put my finger in here, but it is completely filled with sand. Now this was only a 2S run because I forgot my Y connector at home, which is unfortunate. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna use this place again. Maybe if it stops raining, I'll come back. But right now with all the water and moist, I don't think it's a good idea to drive here.
Alright guys, this was the Redcat Machete 4S. Now I'm gonna share with you guys some things I like about this car and some things I really hated about this car. First thing was the servo. As you can see, I already started removing it. The servo is kind of on the weaker side. This is a Hobbywing ESC and the D-Volt BAC voltage is 6 volts and you can bump it up to 7.4, but I think I'm just gonna replace the servo altogether. Second thing, post-production JB here. So I made a couple of mistakes when talking about the ESC. I called it a servo a couple of times, but this is basically a max 10 ESC, which is meant for 1/10 scale trucks. And if you look at the size of the ESC compared to the car, you feel like it's too small to power this big car. This is a 1/6 scale trucking, and it does work on the car. Don't get me wrong, like you saw in the video, it performs okay, but I feel like a car this size, this heavy, needs a little bit more oomph. I think something like a Max 8 or Max 6 would be perfect. Now, part of it is my own fault that I bought the 4S version because, you know, I got it because it was cheaper. But they also have a 6S version with 150 amp ESC, which is 6S capable. I think that one out of the box is gonna be a lot more fun. But, you know, you get what you pay for. Another thing I don't like about this car is these shocks. These shocks don't have like the rubber cap inside, which means there is always a little bit of air inside, which is, I don't know why they did that. The quality of the shocks themselves is great, but there's always a little bit of air, and when you compress it, it doesn't decompress a little bit. I like it when my shocks decompress a little bit by default. I do it all the time. That's how car shocks work, and I want my RC shocks to also work like that. And the last thing I don't like about this car is these tires. They feel alright, they're pretty decent, but not the best. I do like to have like the 4S here, and if it's a 6S, you have a red 6S badge. That's pretty cool. The rim itself is pretty nice, but the tire, the pattern, I don't like the pattern. And that's why I picked up a set of these tires. Not sure what the brand is anymore. I'll leave it in the description down below, but these are a little bit wider and their pattern is also a little bit more aggressive. So I think if I upgrade the tires, the ESC, the servo, and maybe put a little bit of a bigger pinion in here, I think this thing is gonna rip. Now this car isn't all bad. I do love this car. This car is actually amazing, even though I have so many complaints. There are a lot of good things about this car as well. First thing being the price. This is the cheapest large scale RC out there. You won't find anything cheaper than this that is this big. All the other top brand large scale RCs are between $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, $9,000, $1,200, $2,000. And that's way too expensive, especially for a beginner like me. I picked this up for $299 because it was on sale. The retail price is $399 and the 6S version is $499, which is pretty respectable. The second great thing about this thing is the quality. Now, I know Redcat was known for their bad quality and cheap stuff in the past, but since they updated the upper A-arms and the shock caps, this car has been performing very well for most of the people that I've seen. The A-arms are kind of a unique design. You don't really see this out there, and the lower arms are very, very beefy. And also another thing that's cool, these upper arms and the lower arms are universal. They all look the same, so you can put the rear ones in the front ones in the rear. For the upper arms you can do the same, but it's gonna have to go to the opposite side of the car, if you know what I mean. So that is also kind of cool, which will make maintenance a lot easier. Another thing I like about this car is the amount of room you have inside. Plenty of room for your batteries, plenty of room for ESC upgrades. Not sure about motor upgrades, but there's plenty of room that from what I can see. And the last thing, I'm not sure if it really helps out because as you saw in the video, there was a lot of sand here, but it has side guards. I believe the Creighton and stuff like that don't have side guards, which I kind of don't like. So yeah, I give the Redcat Machete a solid 8 out of 10. In the next video, we're gonna upgrade our ESC, we're gonna upgrade our servo, we're gonna leave the same motor, so we're gonna run 6S on this 2950 kV motor. So it might run a little hot, but I do have a couple of tricks I want to share with you guys to keep this motor cool. I got another one of these 70 kilogram servo, which is gonna go in here. We're gonna use this Surpass Hobby 120 amp ESC, which is 6S capable in here instead of this one. I wanted to get a Max 5, but the Max 5 is
still a little bit expensive. We're gonna be using these tires and we're gonna use a bigger pinion gear. And with all those upgrades, I think this thing is gonna be badass. So if you guys want to see all that, make sure to follow the channel to see the future updates. That's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a great day. Peace.